Welcome to Hacking Self-Storage. So it's Tuesday morning. That can only mean one thing. We are going through our numbers in Clough Road. Now, Willoughby is performing amazingly well. 1,000 square foot up last week. Clough Road, not so good. If I'm honest, I just can't get to the bottom of it. I don't know what the problem is. Is it because it's manless? I spoke to James about this yesterday. He says no, because customers don't know it's manless. Is it because there's more competition? Is it the location because it's not the most affluent area? And you've got to say no. You've got to say no on that purely because Armadillo are there, and Armadillo have been performing well for years and years and years and years and years. Now, is it the competition? There's much more competition surrounding this site than any other site. So is that the reason? However, it's on the main road. It outpositions every other self-storage facility in the area. So don't get me wrong, it's not performing badly, as we know, where it's a new site, been open less than a year, and we're fully kitted out now. We've done phase one, we've done phase two, and we're 55% full. So it's not the end of the world. However, it's not pulling up trees like it was before. It was doing over 1,000 square foot, 1,200, 1,300, 1,400 square foot a month net. And it's nowhere near doing that now. And so this, my friends, this is where we've got to take note and listen and learn. And we've got to look at the reasons, because we don't, if we're looking at future sites and new sites and we're doing cash flow forecast projections, then we've got to learn the lessons from this self-storage facility. Is it because, I mean, at the minute, I can only surmise that the problem is the location because of the competitive nature around us. We've got in a stone's throw, we must have 4 other self-storage facilities, which is a lot in this day and age. In America, it's nothing. In here, it's quite a lot. So maybe that's the reason. By the way, I found a really, really good tool I'm going to share on next Wednesday's podcast. I think it's due out, but it is amazing. It really helps the demographic of the area. It helps, driving to anywhere. We'll go into that. It's just such a bloody good tool that I wish I'd have known about it earlier. And yeah, so going back to Clough Road, the passing trades there, everything's there. It's just not pulling up the trees that I want it to at the minute. I mean, like I say, it's not performing badly. And it's slowly but surely getting full, but it's not where we want it to be. I want it to be a slam dunk. And anyway, let's get into the figures. Okay, so last week, Clough Road, we had, as I'm just getting the figures up, you think I'd have them ready, wouldn't you? But nope, I don't. Here they are, right? So we had 26 quotes last week. So the quotes are around about the same all the time. The last 5 weeks, we've had 26, 31, 20, 23, and 26. So they've been stable. Number of reservations, only 4 reservations at Clough Road. We need to dig down a little bit into this. What is the reason for the poor conversion rates? However, if you look at previous week's conversions, it was 30%, 20%, 32%, 34%. So the conversions alone aren't bad. It's just when you look in isolated weeks like this week, and 6 weeks ago we had 9%. This week we had 15%. So when you look at it in isolation, so week by week, then you could get worried. But then if you look at it month by month, then the quotes are above the national average. So the quotes are the conversion rates. So as you know, 4 reservations, that's a conversion rate of 15%. The total square foot reserved is 300 square foot. So not a lot of square foot reserved last week. We had 4 move-ins, which again means it's 4% conversion from quotes to move-ins for 250 square foot move-in. Now, we only had 3 move-outs, but it was for 325 square foot. And we had an extra 50 square foot. Somebody took an extra room. So we had 300 square foot move-in and 325 move-out. So it was negative 25. So it's neither here nor there, is it? But really, it's a bad time of year. I get that. But Willoughby's still been performing. Willoughby bloody took in 1,645 square foot last week or thereabouts. And this took in 300. And this is a far better location in my eyes. It's next door to a bloody, it's near Burger King. It's near Starbucks. It's near a Greg's. Next door to a Starbucks. Next door to a Greg's. I mean, it's a great location. So, but then it wouldn't be such, this game we're playing, it wouldn't be as fun if everything we did would just work, would it? You wouldn't learn from it. So you've got to learn from the reasons here. And this is why I love it. I wake up thinking about Clough Road. It's fantastic. Yeah, it was 1,645 square foot we moved in at Clough Road last week. Incredible. And we got 13 reservations. I don't know the reason. I really don't. I've got some ideas. It was performing as well as Willoughby previously. and now it's not. So what's changed? Nothing's changed. So it's interesting. It's interesting anyway. So, but as you can tell, I absolutely bloody love it because it's no good if everything we did just worked. We'd never learn. We'd never grow. We'd never get better. We'd never get better operators. But when something isn't going according to plan, and we're still ahead of projections. We're still ahead of projections, by the way. But it's definitely on a plateau, and we don't like plateaus. We want to keep going. And that's how we learn. That's how we educate ourselves. Okay, so where did the quotes come from? 14 came from Google. That's 54%. Signs was 8, and that's 31% of our quotes came from there. Social media and word of mouth was 1. That's 4%. And there was two people who had incorrect responses and didn't fill that section or something. Righty-o then, let's have a look at the actual data, the analytics from Stora. So the gross revenue is £10,135.27 currently at the minute on the 18th of October. And that means we're 4.4% up on this time last month. It was £9,684. So we're 500 quid up takings. So at least we're taking more than we did last month. MRR, monthly reoccurring revenue, is £21,894.47. That is over £1,000 up. So that's 20,007. Previously it was £20,737.31. So it's 5.29% up. Occupancy is 55.85. 30 days ago it was 52.94. So we're nearly 3% up there. As you can see, it is crawling up. It's like just crawling, and as soon as we get up a little bit, somebody moves out, and it goes back down, and it goes back up again. It's crawling up. I mean, 70%. Give me 70% by Christmas. I'll be absolutely over the moon. Of course, it would be. But we're getting there. We're 55, so we're 15% away from 70%. You just feel better, wouldn't you? We've got a new site that we're doing up and stuff, and so we don't want to be this. We don't want to be this a cash flow monster where it's just eating my cash flow as well as another one, because I want this to be standing its own 2 feet as quick as possible. The rate per square foot is £18.46, so it's down 3.58%. It was £19.12 30 days ago. As you know, it's because we're discounting the prices now, and we're making sure we get that occupancy up. I was on the phone with someone yesterday who's starting up self-storage up, and I said, look, there's 2 ways of behavior. There's a way we behave when we're trying to get occupancy, when we first start out, and there's a way we behave in maturity. How we behave at Willoughby is different to how we behave at Clough Road. It's all about the occupancy. Forget the rate per square foot at the minute. I don't care about that. Rightly or wrongly, don't give a shit. Obviously, I look at it, and but now I don't care. I care about that later. I care about the occupancy right now. I want to get these rooms filled up, because at the minute they're earning no money if they're not occupied. So we need to get those filled up. That is the most important thing. Then when we get 80, 85% full, 90% full, then it's all about rate per square foot. How do we maximize that rate per square foot? And it's 2 different mindsets, 2 different behaviors we have to undergo. All right, guys, girls, tomorrow, really excited about this one, doing my quarterly figures. I'll tell you everything. I tell you my net profit, I tell you my tax, everything, conversions. We go through the whole host of things. I geek out on this shit. It's my favorite episode that I do ever, because I get to see the quarterly figures. I get to see not just a small sample size, but a fairly sizable chunk that we can make internal decisions on that about the trajectory of a business. Or if you're looking at the video, Jesus Christ, this man cave's a mess. I need to sort it out. All right, guys, girls, love you. I appreciate you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.